If you want to travel high, travel fast, you must need to travel light. Life is a business. Life is transactional. So you have to be intentional about life. You are not expected to live a life of haphazardness, because if you are not precise over the things you do, you will not gain relevant traction about them. I want to talk to you about the intentionality about of life. You need to be intentional about your life. There is this place in the Bible, in the book of Proverbs, chapter 22 and verse 29. It says, "Seest thou a man that is diligent in his business? He shall stand before great men and not mean men." The word there, the subject matter there is diligence. Diligence encapsulates hard work with sense, cutting off distraction, cutting off anything that is not productive. You need to get to a point in your life where you ask yourself intermittently, this thing I am doing right now, is it adding to my life or subtracting from my life or keeping me stagnated? Am I moving forward or am I remaining at a spot? It is important for you to be intentional about life. Not everybody that calls on you demands your attention if you are intentional about your life, because the life that we are living right now is full of distraction. And if you keep giving people your attention, you will not gain traction in life. So be very, very intentional. Seest thou a man that is diligent in his business? He shall stand before kings and not mean men and not weak men. So you cannot stand before kings as someone that is not diligent. So because diligence is one of the force of attraction that brings you before kings. You can't be called to the palace if you have nothing to offer. You remember when the evil spirit, in the book of 1 Samuel chapter 16, right? When Saul was disturbed by an evil spirit, then the servant of Saul told Saul that there is a man, there is a boy, a son of Jesse. Jesse had 8 sons, the last son of Jesse. He said, a man that is skillful, cunning, he knows what he does. That talks about diligence. When the servant read out the resume of David before the king sent for him. So it calls for intentionality. What are you doing? Are you intentional about that thing that you are doing? Give it all it takes before you ask him of your stake. If you don't give it all it takes, you will not have your stake. So it requires intentionality. Are you in marriage? Are you in business? Are you in ministry? Be intentional. And that speaks to be diligent. It takes someone that is diligent to be invited by the king. Mean men, casual people don't come to the palace. If you really want to attain the height in business, an enviable height in ministry, an enviable height in anything you are doing, for you to get to the high echelon of power, you need to be intentional. So, beloved, I'm talking to you today about being intentional. Don't live a life that is full of haphazardness. Don't grope in the dark. Don't shut the box. Be intentional. When people encounter you, they should see that this person is going somewhere. Yeah, someone says something, and I totally agree that what keeps you valuable in life is wrapped up in 3 things. Number 1, what you are doing currently, what you have found yourself doing. The Bible speaking that in the book of Psalm chapter 1 and verse 1, it said, "Blessed is the man that walketh to the counsel of the ungodly, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful." Yeah, read him down. He said, "But his delight is in the law of the Lord; in it doeth it meditate day and night. Say, and whatsoever he doeth shall prosper." It is in the doing. So what keeps you relevant is wrapped up on 3 things. Number 1, the things you do. What are you doing? Jesus Christ speaking in the book of St. John chapter 9 verse 4, say, "I must walk." Walk is a must. I must walk the walk of him that sent me while it is day. For the night cometh when no man can walk. There's a time in your life where you will not be able to walk anymore. What are you doing? 3 things. Number 1, what you are found to do. And number 2, how well you do what you do. It is not important to know what to do. It is very, very much important for you to do what you do and do it very, very well. That speaks also to diligence. You don't do work shabbily. You don't just work anyhow and expect to attain the high echelon of life. Talking about number two, the things that how well do you do what you do? When do you wake up from bed from sleep? When do you go to bed? If you are still in this age of technology, if you are still working doing the 24-hour cycle, you are way behind, because people are already wrapping up 24 hours in 6 hours. Yeah, what they are supposed to do in 24 hours, do it in 6 hours because of the advent of technology. So the things that you do, how well you do what you do, and number three, the difficulty in replacing you. That talks about the value proposition. Why are you different? Someone says something. If you are not different, you will not be needed. So have a differentiating factor. Something should stand you out in ministry. Something should stand you out in business. Something should stand you out in marriage. You should have that winning sickle, that thing that you do that makes people to say, I like this person. That's value proposition that attracts people, that make people gravitate towards you. The things that you do, how well you do what you, how well you do what you do, and the difficulty in replacing you. When you put all of this together and be intentional about it, I can guarantee you that you will attain the height in life that will be so enviable. Yeah, put this to work, and you will see how well you are going to grow. And how do you put this to work? Two things you need to do, very, very important. Please listen to this. Two things you need to do to be very intentional about your life. Number one, you need to understand your time. Yeah, your time. You understand your peak period and your off-peak period. There are times where you are very, very productive, and there are times where you are less productive. So at your productive period, your peak period, some people they work, they are more effective at night. Some are more effective during the day. So you need to, number one, you need to understand your timing, your productive time, your unproductive time. You need to understand when it is your productive time. Cut off distraction. I tell people humorously that distractions are side attraction, seeking your attention in order to keep you in detention. Yeah. So cut off the distraction if you want to be intentional about your life. So two things you need to do: understand your time. And number two thing that you need to do right now is to do the work. Don't just do the talk without doing the work. There are so many people, they are very heavy on strategy. They are very heavy on planning. They can stay in the place, plan and plan and plan and plan, but their execution is very poor. Yeah. When you call them to talk, they can talk, give you a real out strategies, but their execution, yeah. So, beloved, you need to be intentional. And as you do this, I guarantee you will see your life soaring higher and higher and higher, according to that book of Proverbs chapter 4, verse 18. And the path of the just is as a shining light that shineth brighter and brighter unto the perfect day. You are blessed of the Lord. In Jesus' mighty name.